Shout out to the room. File in here. Hey, everybody. I don't know what it is. Let me just get this right. Hey, everybody. So, y'all ready for this? I can't believe it. I'm still sitting here in complete shock. So I just want to make sure. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Shout out to the room. Shout out to the room. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me so I can talk to you? We're gonna talk for a hot minute. A hot minute. Let's talk about something real quick. Y'all can hear me good? So listen, we do things around here. Sometimes things happen big. Sometimes they happen bigger. Hello? And we got an exclusive. We had a conversation, and I want to shout out Rick Party, who's the executive producer of the Natasha Simona sequence. Rkelly felt comfortable to call Rick in an exclusive phone call live from federal prison, where he's serving his time for the moment. And Rick was the only person he felt comfortable in sharing a lot of information. When I say a lot, oh, there's a lot. Like, I'm paused. Their Instagram. We got to get this right. Don't pause us right now. So listen, as you all know, Rick Party has been in the broadcasting space for over 30 years. So his relationships are long, they are deep, and they are meaningful. And one of those relationships is with Rkelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly. And he got a phone call and he said, man, I want to share some information with you. And immediately I got the phone call. So we are very lucky over here at the Natasha Simona sequence, because this is definitely breaking news. As of right now, there's rumors going around. That Rkelly and Joycelyn Savage produced a baby. And, of course, that's something that the media wants to run with. But in fact, he cleared that up. He talked about family. He talked about finances. He talked about how his life is behind bars, what's going on there. And he talked to us about Tasha K. You all know her as the blogger over there on YouTube. She's very interesting with her commentary, and she kind of says what she wants to garner the attention of all of her followers. But he talked about the emails that were leaked, and he goes in serious depth about that. So we have that. So in the coming days, we will be dropping all of this information. And as some of you may or may not know, there is another story coming out on Monday, January 2nd, on Lifetime. You know, people are talking some more about surviving Rkelly. So this is another, 100-part series. So before all of that comes out, he let Rick know. He said, please make sure you get this out there, and I want my voice heard. So let's hear what he says with the baby. Here we go. Listen carefully.
Because what's out there, too, is, everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together still.
Okay. Is this?
I can say that she is not in my case or none of that.
And is this?
She's not against me.
Okay. Now they are saying that she had a child. Is that true or is that?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
She didn't have a child. I didn't put out no damn album, and if I would have put out an album, it would be called I Admit It.
Exactly.
We have to start using common sense at some point.
Okay, you heard it from his mouth himself. There is absolutely no baby. The rumors are put to rest right now. The alleged baby is not the case. He also does admit live that is his fiance. Him and Jocelyn are engaged, and that album is bogus. So here it goes again for those of you who missed it in the back.
Because what's out there too is everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I'm.
So, where he says he can't name names, when Rick says, "Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?" He was talking about his case, and he was saying Jocelyn is not in any of the cases. She is not being held hostage. She is perfectly fine. But specifically to that, when he says, "Is this Jocelyn we're speaking of?" He's not naming her, and he can't name names that's in the case, the women that are in the case. So here you go.
Because what's out there too is everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together still.
Okay. Is this?
I can say that she is not in my case or none of that.
And is this?
She's not against me.
Okay. Now they are saying that she had a child. Is that true or is that?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
She didn't have a child. I didn't put out no damn album, and if I would have put out an album, it would be called I Admit It.
Exactly.
We have to start using common sense at some point.
So he's telling y'all to use some common sense. Hello. There's definitely people playing with his likeness. They're definitely, listen. I don't know. I don't want to step ahead of myself and say anything, but we do have more. We do have more exclusive conversation with Rkelly. So make sure you're locked in. We will be dropping that whole conversation. Shout out to Rick Party for getting us that exclusive content. Rick Party is the executive producer of my show, the Natasha Simona Sequence. So if you want to hear more of this conversation, please make sure you are tuned in, you are locked in. I will be dropping it live right here. And like I said, he goes in depth talking about the blogger over there on YouTube. Her name is Tasha K. He talks about how those emails were leaked, private emails were leaked directly from, he was taken advantage of, essentially from a team that no longer is part of the whole entire case, and how those people from the inside leaked it to Tasha K. And he talks about his family. He talks about his children. He says that he is in communication with his children. And he when Rick asked him, how he was doing, he says he's doing terrible. So he's not doing well in there, as you can imagine. I mean, it's federal prison, so I don't think he's in there, eating steak and caviar and playing spades. Maybe he's playing spades. Maybe you know what? We should ask him. We should ask him what kind of card games he's playing back there. But for the most part, you know what? He sounds like he's ready to take this on full steam. I think for a while, he sat quiet, just trying to figure out everything that was being thrown his way. I do want to shout out Sharon, who is a very, very close friend of his, a personal advisor and someone who worked very closely with him. I was on the phone with her last night for a couple of hours, and she is actually the only part. She's the only person that is approved to speak to him. Okay, hold on one second. I'm getting some information back here. Okay, I'm gonna play something else for you. Give me 1 second and let's pull up, because I want you all to hear how he's doing. And he says it. So give me 1 second and let's get that to you. Hold on one moment. There's like all kinds of communication happening back here. So give me 1 second. Let me find that. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
This call is from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Robert Kelly.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call and all, you may begin speaking now.
I got 5 more minutes for you, man. Joy will kill me if I run out these minutes.
Okay.
So
that was, and I don't know if any of you have ever had a phone call when you're in prison. It's not like a straight hour, you got to cut it up. So he was saying, Joycelyn was going to kill him because he was talking for a while with us. Let me see if this is the one. I want you to hear when Rick asked how he's doing. Here it is, I think.
Sorry.
Rob.
How you feel?
Here he goes.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello?
Hello? Yo.
It was a little choppy.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
How you been, man?
Terrible. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just checking on you, man.
You heard him say terrible, right? Let me see. Let's see if we can play that back right here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
How you been, man?
Terrible. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just checking on you, man.
So he's listen, it's the holiday season. You can imagine how he's feeling. Can you imagine? Listen, there's a lot to be said. I know there's a lot of different opinions in the room, and I'm not here to sway you. I'm not here to change your mind. You're all entitled to your own opinions, but I do feel like it's important to hear the other side. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important to hear the other side, and but one thing is for certain, he wanted us to let you all know about these rumors. He wanted to clear that up right away, and in the coming days, we'll be dropping more information on everything. And like I said, he talks about the leaked emails. He talks about the blogger who really, she went beside herself saying a bunch of nonsense. He talks about his family. He talks about his children. And, he talks more in depth about his relationship with his fiancee, Joycelyn. And I know there's a lot of people who the girl's father is actually out here saying that he doesn't even know where she is. So Joycelyn doesn't even speak to her own father. So everything in total, I want you all to know, it's short under an hour. It's about a 45-minute conversation. So for all of you that are like, it's broken up, it definitely is, because, we have to make sure that, this is a conversation from prison. So every 5 minutes of a 45-minute conversation, you're hearing, this is a federal prison, this is an inmate, whatever it says in the beginning. So we got to cut that out. So, we had him for quite some time. And then we also will have Sharon, who is a very close advisor to him. She is the only person on she's one of 2 of the only people on the approved list to even speak to him. So we have her. She will be on very soon. So we have her. And yeah, we had him for about 45 minutes, and it's not a straight phone call either. So it's like 15 minutes increments. You got to hang up, call back, and then you're on the phone, and then it, every 5 minutes in the 15 minutes, it's like, this is a federal call from an inmate. Like it's difficult. I don't know. However many people in here have spoken to anybody in prison. Like, it's not like how you and I can talk on the phone and we talk to our friends and family. So, stay tuned is all I can say. So I wanted you all to know that, let's put all the rumors to rest straight from R. Kelly's mouth. The baby is not true. I will play that clip for you one more time and I will let you go. Here we go. Let's get that up.
Because what's out there too is, everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together still.
Okay. Is this?
I can say that she is not in my case or none of that.
And is this?
She's not against me.
Okay. Now they are saying that she had a child. Is that true, or is that?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
She didn't have a child. I didn't put out no damn album, and if I would have put out an album, it would be called I Admit It.
Exactly.
We have to start using our common sense at some point.
So there you go. So for everybody, I saw a couple of people asking, what about the album that he put out? He did not put that album out. He does talk a little bit more about that. He does, he says that is not him. There is no alleged baby. So I saw a couple of people asking, where did those baby pictures come from? I mean, listen, you can get a baby picture from anywhere. That's not difficult. You right now you can type baby if they want to in 0.5 seconds. The father, Timothy Savage, that is out there, speaking on Joycelyn's behalf, is actually speaking against her because they do not have a relationship. I did ask Sharon, who we will have live. She's a very close friend to Rkelly. We spoke to her for a couple of hours as well after we spoke to after we spoke to Rkelly. I spoke personally to Sharon. I talked to her personally. I asked her a lot of questions. This was a long conversation with her. So 45 minutes, Rick talked to Rkelly, and then I spent 2 hours talking to Sharon. So we've got court documents that I will be reading from, straight from the courtroom. And she will also be talking to directly on how he's doing direct. And we might actually be able to get one more phone call in because, the Lifetime show is coming out on Monday, but he, listen, it's jail, okay? It's prison. So it's not like he can decide when, hey, I'm going to call right now. And, the timing can be very interesting. So, definitely, we will try and get one more conversation in from him, after the Lifetime show that comes on Tuesday. But he's not happy about that at all. The whole team, they're not happy about that. And we will be playing more of the conversation. And like I said, it's a 45-minute conversation. And in the coming days, we will be playing more of that. For those of you asking what's coming out, on Monday, January 2nd, on Lifetime, Surviving Rkelly 3. It's part 3, and it's going to be a couple of episodes. It's coming out on Monday. So I'll be filling you in. And like I said, we have a 45-minute conversation with Rkelly that is exclusive right here. You'll hear it live on the Natasha Simona sequence. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get Sharon on the phone. Let me see. Everybody, hold on 1 second. Let's see something. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get her on. Everybody, don't go anywhere. Let's see if we can get Sharon on.
Hello.
Hi, Sharon. It's Natasha Simona. How are you? Is this a good time?
Yeah, it is. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so you're live right now. I just want to let you know I've got you live, but I just wanted to check in with you really quickly.
Okay.
I just wanted to, I played the clip with everybody, the rumor that's going around with the baby and all of those things. I know that's something that you and Robert, you guys wanted to get that out right away to clear that up. But anything that you can say, I definitely let the people know, he's in prison. You know what I'm saying? He's not back there eating caviar and steak and having a good time. But is there anything you want to share or, with the new show, this Lifetime series that's coming out on Monday and just anything you want us to know?
I want people to be very clear that this show is fraud. They have gotten people who knew him who thought this was just going to be 15 minutes of fame. Nobody expected it to turn into a legal situation. Nobody went to the police. No one had police reports. This was not criminal. This was people looking for some fame, some Instagram likes. They thought this was just going to be a come up for them. Everyone was shocked when Kim Fox did her press conference, from Drea to Sparkle to everybody else. This was just an opportunity for them to expand their social media platforms. And then once they got on the show, you have to realize they were filmed for hours. They were paid to be on there. They were offered book deals. Like Robert said, use your common sense. How is it everybody dropped a book the same week that the show aired?
So,
everybody had a book ready.
Just to clear this up, I know a lot of people are asking who you are. If you can just let us know, let everybody know just who you are and the source of you.
Okay, my name is Sharon Winbush. I worked with Robert in his home in the late 90s. I was his nutritionist and strategist. I work with celebrities. I work with a lot of high-profile clients. But because I worked in Rkelly's home, I got to be around him, his wife, Sparkle. I've been around Lashana's mother, the girl in the alleged sex tape, Demetrius, Barry Hankerson, everybody that was in Robert's life, I interfaced with. So when this story broke in 2019, I got a lot of phone calls because people knew that I worked for Robert. And they were asking me, was it true? Was it not true? And the reason I got involved was I knew that everybody was lying. Because I had inside information, I knew Sparkle was lying. Sparkle had a relationship with Robert. Sparkle found out that Robert was having sex with her sister. He had married Drea. She was angry, ready to leave. This was revenge for her and Barry Hankerson.
Okay.
They came up with this plot to destroy him.
Okay, so hold on, because you're going to come on live. We're going to have you live. I want to have you on so we can talk more in depth. But, you know, I wanted to see if you were even available just to, you know, humanize. Like, let's let people know, like, we've got a source as close to the source as possible. And we're definitely going to play more of the conversation. But we're going to have Sharon live and probably after this Lifetime movie. Can you speak just lightly on it? How does he feel about this new Lifetime series coming out yet again?
This is such first of all, it's fraud. It's deception. It's lies. A TV show was responsible for him being in prison. That's like investigating who shot JR, or how Gilligan got stuck on the island, or how Fred Flintstone lost his bowling ball. It's ridiculous. They called it a documentary, but it was, in fact, like a reality TV show. If you paid attention to it, these people were fake crying. Drea, I think, was the only one that actually had water coming from her eyes. But when you look at the lies and the deception, fraud is what got him in this position. And so now they're doing a part 2 and a part 3 because it has made them millions. They are interfering with his constitutional rights. The show was so popular, it affects the judge's opinion, the prosecution's opinion. So it is hampering his due process. It is drastically interfering with his case. So nobody is happy about it.
Wow. Well, we're definitely going to have... Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Very, very little of it is true. There's so much lies, so much just people making up stories because they want fame. You got to remember or keep in mind, you have the intersection of Me Too, reality TV, and the women's movement all intersecting at the same time. So you can have a social media platform that makes you famous just by being attached to a scandal. And 20 years ago, a scandal would destroy your career. Now it makes your career. So people want to be attached to anything to have themselves get fame and money.
Yeah. And it is ironic that, you know, all of this between the album that allegedly he put out, which is not true, the baby rumors, now this, 15-part series is coming out at the top of the year. So we're definitely going to be posting more of the conversation, and we're going to have you on live to talk more about this. Thank you so much for taking my call. I was like, let me see if you're available right now. So I appreciate you, Sharon.
And they can go to my Instagram, Sharon Winbush. I have videos telling them all about the case.
Okay.
So I've got hundreds of videos that I've done on this.
Okay.
From 2019.
Definitely. I'll make sure they know that. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. I'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. So there you go. So, and she's directly associated with R. Kelly. She is one of only 2 people aside from his attorney. So there's only 2 people approved on the list to even talk to him unless he calls you. And Sharon is one of them. She's worked very, very closely with him. She's a close friend of his. And yeah, more to come. So I will definitely have her on, and I'll let you know when she comes on. So in the meantime, like I said, we have 45 minutes of a conversation with R. Kelly. And for those of you that just walked into the room, if you want to play, if you want to hear the audio of him totally just denouncing this baby rumor and the album that mysteriously dropped. So here we go.
Everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn?
Here we go. Let me run it back for you. I'm sorry.
Because what's out there too is everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together still.
Okay. Is this?
I can say that she is not in my case or none of that.
And is this?
She's not against me.
Okay. Now they are saying that she had a child. Is that true, or is that?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
She didn't have a child. I didn't put out no damn album, and if I would have put out an album, it would be called I Admit It.
Exactly.
We have to start using our common sense at some point.
All right, straight from R. Kelly's mouth. There you go. There's no baby. There's no album. So we will be talking more. So if you want to tune in to Lifetime on Monday, January 2nd, check your local listings. Surviving R. Kelly. They're putting that out there. It's a three-part clip yet again, 3-part series. So this is Surviving R. Kelly 3. Excuse me. Surviving R. Kelly 3. It's on Lifetime, this coming Monday. And like I said, we've got 45 minutes of tape that we're going to be releasing in the coming days. So make sure you are following me. This is an exclusive conversation to, the Natasha Simona sequence. I want to thank Rick Party. R. Kelly only called Rick Party directly. He's the only person that he felt comfortable speaking to. So you can only find it here. So, thanks Rick Party for making sure you had that conversation, and he's the executive producer here, so where else will you hear this information? So keep it locked in, everybody. Sorry for interrupting your day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.